Well. Good afternoon, everybody. It is February 3rd, 2026 at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we are going to check out what's going on in the stock market. And we're going to check out AMD's earnings, which come after the bell, Chipotle's earnings, which come after the bell, and Super Microcomputers earnings. Very exciting day. Now, like we always do, we're going to start and check out and see what's going on in the stock market. All right, so I've got my little watch list here because we got Chipotle, SMCI, and AMD reporting earnings after the bell. So we'll go check those out as the market closes. Let's see what's going on with the indices. Oh, man, we started in the green today, and unfortunately, everything's down. Now, the least loser of today is the total international index, and it actually just turned green. Man, just another terrible day owning international stocks. VXUS barely up. We got small caps down 0.32%. Not really a crazy decline. The Dow Jones Industrial Average down 0.4%. VT, the total world index, this is 85% of my portfolio, down 0.57% today. I'm losing money today. I'm a fraud. BTI, the total US, down almost 1%. The S&P 500, down 1%. China, down 1%. And QQQ getting clobbered, down 1.84%. And we're actually going to add SCHD here because why not? It's popular, bro. Now, SCHD is absolutely flying. This ETF has been absolutely shellacked, been trading sideways for about a year. It's been trading sideways for about a year, and it's finally going through a breakout. So I can't wait to hear all the bragging of the Shada past performance bros. But Shada is having a good couple of weeks to start off the year. So Shada is a big winner out of this list today. Awesome. Followed by international. All right, crypto. What's going on with crypto? The only green crypto today on my list is Dogecoin. I guess if you don't have Dogecoin, you're just a fool. The biggest loser today is MicroStrategy, which reports their quote-unquote earnings in 2 days. I am so excited to go over those. We are going to definitely cover every single slide unless I collapse out of boredom. So MicroStrategy just selling off every single day. Now, if you don't know, this company is run by Michael Saylor, and this is a Bitcoin treasury company that is also a failing software business. And I, earlier today, made fun of Michael Saylor when he had a complete and total meltdown. And trust me, the man is freaking out because it looks like his little Ponzi scheme might be coming to an end. We just need more red, people. We just need more red. So MicroStrategy just getting clobbered, down 5.47%, just going down in a vertical line. Good luck buying it, people. Bitcoin down 3% today, trading at 76,147. We got Bitmine Immersion. This is old Tom P's little stock, little ETF or whatever. Just selling off every day. Wonderful. We got Ethereum down under 2,300. I remember this was 3,000 not too many days ago. Just falling knife, basically. We got Trump coin down a little bit, XRP down a little bit, Cardano down very slightly. Like I said, the only winner today is Dogecoin. Now, we got little news articles here. What is this? Elon Musk teases Doge moon mission. Huh? But Dogecoin and Shiba Inu crash anyway. What? Doge the moon. Yeah. What a clown. All right, so, we got some cheeks getting annihilated here. We got Apple basically flat on the day, doing pretty well, holding up. We got Tesla as well with its insane revenue and profit growth, holding up, only down 0.27%. AMD reporting after the bell. Let's see if there's a big swing, down just under 1%. We got Google down 1%, reporting earnings tomorrow. Amazon reporting earnings on Thursday, down 2%. Meta, Magetta, down 2.34%. Microsoft, are we going to break 300 on Microsoft? Look at this sell-off, man. We're going all the way back to Liberation Day, it looks like, potentially. I mean, if I was going to buy anything, I don't got a big problem with Microsoft. I don't think Microsoft is doomed. But of course, it's selling off a lot less than Tesla, of course. Nvidia is down 3.26%. Still not that far from all-time highs. And the biggest loser out of our list is Netflix, just getting clobbered ever since it reached all-time highs in the middle of 2025, but still up pretty significantly since that mega bottom that happened back in 2022. So if you had bought it back then, probably doing pretty good still. All right, the YouTuber stocks. What do we have here? We got Rocket Lab catching a bid here. You know, I keep hearing about these data centers in space. So, you know, if we're going to be launching all these data centers into space, you know, Rocket Lab could potentially benefit from that. Maybe that's why it's up today, up 7.56%. Palantir reported earnings after the close yesterday, still up 6.4%. I heard it was up almost 20% at one point. I don't know if that's true, but it's still green in a red market day. And, of course, Rigetti, Quantum, somehow up 1%. Now, the biggest losers today, Fubo just getting annihilated, down 24%. Reported earnings this morning. PayPal just utter, complete extermination and annihilation. I mean, oh my God. Oh, we're talking about prices not seen since 2016, 2017. Ouch. Oh, Duolingo. Joseph Carlson. Just stick to large tech, bro. It's easy. Duolingo's down 8.6%. We got Reddit reporting earnings on Thursday, down 6.83%. You see how volatile these stocks are, people? They go up a lot when the market's green, and they go down a lot when the market's red. That's called beta. Just like Meet Kevin's daily report, the beta report. We got PP Pills selling off literally every single day. I'm not opposed to that company. Robinhood getting clobbered again. Woo! Down 4%. You know, if the market keeps selling off and the clowns start to lose money and capitulate and crypto keeps going down, you're going to see a lot of people give up on Robinhood. You want to know why? Because Robinhood attracts a bunch of degenerate gambling clowns that don't understand long-term investing. And if gamblers start to lose money when we have red markets, guess what? They give up. And that affects Robinhood's profits because Robinhood is all about extracting as much money as they can from you churning your account and underperforming the market. Great company. Dave down 3.41%. You know, chopping sideways for the last year some change, but you know, we'll see what happens with Dave. I don't like that. This chart scares the crap out of me. Like a big U. I don't like U's. Look at that U. Not a fan. Scary. All right, we got Grab These You Know What's down 3%. SoFi selling off down 2.67%. All right, so the big winner today is Rocket Lab. So, you know, Fat Money's celebrating today, followed by Palantir. And then we got Rigetti and High Tide in the green. All right, bonds. What's going on with bonds? Bonds up slightly, which means Treasury yields came down ever so slightly today. TLT trading at 86.74. Commodities. Silver's back. We're back, baby. We are so back. Silver up 6.6% after dropping 30% plus in the last couple of days. Gold also coming back to all-time highs. Gold is just, you know, people were looking at silver. Gold really didn't get affected that much by that sell-off. I mean, it sold off a little bit, but it's basically right back to where it was before. And then, of course, we have oil going up. It could be Iran tensions. It could be absolutely anything. But we got some pretty mega green in the commodities today. Let's see. Chip stocks. Micron finally having a red day. I can't believe it. Micron down just under 5% after an insane rally over the last couple of weeks. We got Broadcom down 4.3%. Qualcomm down just under 4%. Reports earnings tomorrow. ASML selling off ever so slightly, 3.76% down. We looked at NVIDIA. AMD reports earnings, and Intel and CoreWeave are in the green today. The two greenies, the two greeny greens. All right, healthcare. Is Humana still getting shellacked? Nope, Humana finally catching a bid. Humana's been getting wrecked, man. Like, ouch. Ouch, Humana. Ooh. So I guess your total returns would be zero had you bought in 2017. CVS recovering a little bit. You know, I didn't really get that. It didn't really get that hit that hard. With that whole healthcare drama with Medicare Advantage plans. We got Cigna reporting earnings on Thursday, up 1.37%. United selling off ever so slightly. And Elevance Health, the big loser today. Okay. And the payment processors. We know PayPal just got exterminated, and we have Visa and MasterCard slightly in the red. So Visa and MasterCard holding up well. Shocker. So that's the market. Commodities in the green, crypto mostly in the red, most of the indices in the red, except for international and the popular dividend ETF, SCHD. All right, let's check out member-only comments. If you recall, I only do member-only comments. If you want me to respond to your comments, you either super chat, Venmo me, or you sign up for the membership. It's $5 a month. Selling everything before it's too late. I'm down 1.93%. I'm a loser. It's over, bro. Lost over 20K today. That means you have a big portfolio. Losers contest. Oh, we got a super chat here. $10. Thank you, Alex Charles. I'm interested in your financial analysis and thoughts on buying long-term on Trade Desk. And what would be your biggest concern with this company? TTD. All right, let me just check this out real quick. The market closes in 18 minutes. So let's go check out TTD. The Trade Desk. So just a financial breakdown. All right. Okay. Market cap down 78%. What? Woo! This stock's getting clapped. Why? What is happening to this company? So market cap's down 78%. Revenue's up 20%. Net income's up 42%. Forward PE is 13. PE ratio trailing of 30. So probably not pricing in a lot of growth there. Price target for analysts is $70.15. What does the Trade Desk do? They offer a self-service cloud-based ad buying platform that allows users to buy, manage, optimize, and measure data-driven digital advertising. Well, I mean, ads seem to be all the rage. What's going on here? All right, so here's their website. Smarter marketing. Okay, I guess if I'm a corporation, I could come to them and they could help me advertise. Let's see, the platform, omni-channel advertising, audience targeting, AI, of course, retail data. Retail data? Where is that coming from? Are they harvesting data? Okay, so advertising company. Let's look at the financials, see what's going on here. All right. Revenue growth, extremely solid. Very powerful revenue growth. That makes me all hot and bothered. Gross profit growing at a steady clip. Operating income growing at a steady clip. Operating income looks good. Interest expense basically doesn't even exist. It gets canceled out by interest income. Pre-tax income looking fantastic. Net income growth solid. Share count actually declining a little bit, so they're buying back shares. EPS growth solid. Free cash flow solid. Free cash flow per share decent over time. Margins staying about the same. I mean, they're trimming gross margin at just a little bit, but still 78 gross margin, very solid. Operating margin 21%. Profit margin 15%. Okay, I mean, everything kind of looks good. Who is calling me? From Georgia. Who's calling me from Georgia? Anyway, so the income statement looks good. Okay. But obviously something's happening if the stock sold off that much. All right, they got 1.45 billion of liquid cash equivalents. They got 5.1 billion of current assets, most of which is receivables. So that's just money that's owed to them. And you can see the receivables are going up, which matches their revenue growth. Let's see. Total current liabilities, they have just under 3 billion. So I mean, they have plenty of liquidity in the short term. Okay, let's look at long-term assets. Mostly property, plant, and equipment. They've been investing a lot in property, plant, and equipment over the last year and a half. And then debt. Let's see. Let me mute my phone here. They don't have any long-term debt that I can see, mostly just leases. All right, additional paid-in capital. They have been issuing a lot of stock. The company has taken some hits to retained earnings. I'm not sure. That can't be coming from profitability. Maybe it's share buybacks. Net income to common. Yeah, I think their retained earnings went into the negative. It has to be share buybacks. That's one of the share buybacks can actually be debited to retained earnings. So, okay. So the balance sheet looks solid. I don't see any major long-term debt. We saw there's no crazy interest expense. They have plenty of liquidity, lots of receivables to pay their short-term debts. Okay. Let's see. Cash flow from operations. Solid growth in cash flow from operations. Decelerated year over year in the most recent quarter, but still pretty solid over time. Capital expenditures, they are ramping up on capital expenditures. We saw that with the increase in property, plant, and equipment. Net debt, where do they draw on a credit line, maybe? And then issuance of common stock and buying back stock. So they're spending a decent amount of money to buy back stock to keep the float flat. That's probably because of stock-based compensation. That's the cost of stock-based compensation. So, I mean, they have in the most recent quarter, they had free cash flow of what, 160, and then they spent 333 million on buybacks. Yeah, they're spending a lot of cash on buybacks just to keep the float steady because of all the stock they've been issuing. So, I mean, everything kind of looks good on the surface. I don't know why exactly it's selling off. We'll see in the news. All right, so PE is contracting. Forward PE is falling off a cliff. Price to sales falling off a cliff. Price to operating cash flow, 1466. I mean, on the surface, it looks cheap. Let's see the news. Why is the trade desk stock selling off? Give me big news items the last 2 years. All right, 68% decline. Let's see. The sell-off is driven by intensified competition from Amazon, slowing revenue growth, and recent management turmoil. Amazon's advertising demand-side platform has become a massive competitor, offering advertisers better access to proprietary first-party shopper data. Amazon's ability to offer direct access to CTV inventory, including Netflix, has pressured Trade Desk's market position. Okay, how are they addressing this? Are they gonna be able to fight back against Amazon, or is Amazon gonna devour them? Revenue growth deceleration. Revenue growth slowed down from 27% to the high teens. High flyer valuation adjustment. Yeah, we saw that. Management turmoil. In late 2026, the company announced a sudden departure of the CFO after only 5 months, which caused a 12% share drop price. Investors fear that AI-driven, automated, and cheaper ad buying tools from Google and others may reduce the necessity for independent DSPs like the Trade Desk and lack of political spend. Okay, so they're basically being threatened by other big tech companies in the advertising space. So you have to ask yourself, are they going to be able to fight off these competitors? I mean, they're going up against Amazon and Google. So, like, the historic stuff in the stock looks great. You know, like the income statement looks fantastic historically. The balance sheet's fine. Cash flow is fine. Ratios look cheap, but it's cheap for a reason because of all these they're basically being threatened in their market position by mega cap tech. So you need to really look into that and see if they're actually doing something to combat that. And you need to make an assessment of whether they actually can overcome all those competitive threats. That's what it looks like to me. But like the financials look fine, at least historically. But that doesn't mean in the future that that can't change, especially with a 4 PE of 1376. I don't know, man. A little risky there. Up to you. But thank you for your donation. Hey, everyone. Lay's is lowering the price of chips for the Amerifats. Oh, cheaper chips. How wonderful. Just what we needed. Cheaper chips. Oh, I can get my chips cheaper. I'm up today. Thank you, Walmart. This is terrible. Strongman might need to lower the price of membership so we can all afford it. I know, $5 a month is just absolutely extermination level. I'm going to start building the bunker in my backyard so everyone can come to my property and force me out when the world ends. Did Sailor buy a whole bunch of Bitcoin at 110K? Yeah, he's constantly buying, dude. He's constantly buying. Jeremy bought more Fubo. Yeah, he gets to lower that cost basis for whenever the stock inevitably rallies. Strongman's hater can't wait. Strongman's hater. I have a hater in the comments? Dang. Net flaps. Margin calls for all YouTubers. Yeah, you never know what these YouTubers are doing in their personal portfolios. They'll never actually show you their whole portfolio. Of course they won't, because they have plausible deniability. They can always claim that they got out of a stock that collapsed. That's a cup and handle formation. Oh, yeah, inverse cup, teacup handle formation, bro. Or the start of one. M pattern you should be scared of. Looks like the old head and shoulders pattern. Ryu, what's up, Wesley, you little pay pig? He's a noob. Got used to a large number of swings. Yawn, down 1%. Yeah, I mean, it's not a big sell-off in the market. I'm sure some YouTubers are panicking, but it's not an insane day today. If you're down 1%, 20K is not a large swing. It's a daily move. Exactly. That's what comes with investing in stocks. With Bitcoin going down to 1M, pay this man his $5. You're already future rich. Exactly. Give me money. Brokies need to pay if you want Strongman to acknowledge you. They're not going to do it. You know, they rather give Jeremy however much that frickin' clown is charging. SRN, he can't spend his $5 because it's future $100 million in Dogecoin. Yeah, you need to invest every dime you have, bro. Tough break, cash flow all tied in Doge. Broke hate. I'm literally skipping the hater comments. You want to read your comments, Brokey? Sign up for the membership. Brokey's complaining about $5. Shada is strangely up today. I know Shada's been having a good start to the year. All right, let's go browse the news very quickly, and then the market's going to close. And then Daddy needs to go eat some dinner. All right, so let's go check out and see what Donald Trump's up to. Something about a Grand Prix. Sleazebag influencer and lawyer Leonardo Leo, who has legal issues of his own, goes around telling everyone that he has the legal system rigged. I hope that is not true. Leonard has a big and very dangerous mouth. Oh, you got to love Trump. Let me make sure we're sharing here. Okay. All right, anything about the stock market? Okay, he's talking with Cuba. He weighs diplomacy with Iran. That affects oil. Was Ilhan Omar there to protect her corrupt homeland? All right, so not much on the Trump Truth Social front here. Let's see the dollar. Okay, dollar's selling off a little bit, down 0.23%, the DXY. Relative to other currencies, not a major fluctuation. And it is kind of helping international stocks, of course. I love seeing the dollar go down. All right. Treasury yields, any crazy moves here? Nothing since this morning. 10 years, 4.27%. 10-year or 30-year, 4.9%. Okay. Not a really crazy day. So we'll hang out for a little bit. We'll see if AMD or Chipotle or Super Microcomputer actually drops their results at 4 o'clock. That would be nice. Because as soon as that's done, Daddy is going to have some dinner, and then daddy's got some stuff to do later today. Daddy's a busy boy. All right, let's do some final member-only comments, and then we are going to watch the market as it closes. All right, Gil's in the house. Now that you ain't a wagey, you should grow your beard for looks maxing. I have a horrible beard. I like shaving. I like being clean shaven. I'm not growing a beard. I might get this guy a membership. Who? The troll. What's for dinner tonight? I am having leftover pasta and sausage. SCHD is not strangely up. Look at its holdings. It'll be easy to see how let me guess. Is it energy? Dan bragged to me that he showed off his 80% returns to you. Do you beeline that Dan can get those types of returns continuously? Or is this part of the clown bull market? I don't know. You guys are competing, not me, okay? Amit and his audience got 100% plus returns, by the way. Of course they did. Everybody's getting massive returns, except for me. Gil. You use words like looks maxing, tells us you get 0 cheeks. I mean, I'm pretty successful with the cheeks, and I just get a haircut and I shave and I work out. That's my looks maxing. Bro, I need to take a hammer to my face. Looks maxing, GTFO. Most of you clowns in this comment section would fold in my situation. SMCI dropping their results on time. Yeah, we'll see about that. All right. Everybody's debating about looks maxing. Let me go tinkle real quick. I've been downing a lot of coffee and water. And when I get back, we'll go stare at the 3 stocks we plan on looking at. And then we will close out the stream.
Man, fuck Jeremy LaFave. I think it's time we put his channel in the grave. Dude is such a clown. Dude's the biggest meme. Planet 13 got him having wet dreams. The only thing he made is to the next was his mortgage. He's gonna have to sell his Teslas in his storage. Tesla my Tesla. Minute, you got lucky. Your morals are yucky. $60 monthly from some sucker in Kentucky, making a few thousand monthly. You think robbing people of their savings is funny? Financial education more like chronic masturbation. Fuck that noise. Listen to my proclamation. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Strong man, that's my wicket, and we buying all day. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Buy BT, buy BT. Strong man, that's my wicket, and we buying all day. BT, my BT. Fuck Win Resort. More like Lose Resort. Tattoo chef. Elf on a shelf. Suck a dick. Corsair. Your bitch got coarse hair. Yeah.
Nice little potty break. All right. Any other comments before we go watch the market? Gil's going to get leg extension surgery so he can be 6 feet. I'm 5'10", and I really don't have any trouble with women, okay? You don't have to be 6 feet. Here's a hint, boys. On the dating app, say you're 6 feet. And if she's 5'2", she doesn't know. Okay. Guys, chicks dig guys with mysterious red eyes. Just have demonic eyes, bro. Does Jeremy know of you? Oh, yeah, of course he knows about me. Seriously? Oh, yeah, Jeremy knows who Strongman is. All right, let's go ahead and watch our 3 favorite stocks. Man, VXUS rallying into the close. Look at this. Daddy is happy here. Daddy's having a good day with international. VT barely down, 0.37%. All right, let's go to the watch list. Okay. Why is Weeble saying the market's closed? It's not closed for 30 seconds. See, it says after. What the hell's going on here? What a clown show. It is getting worse every day. Like, usually it starts like 10 seconds before the close. Now it's starting 30 seconds before the close. Pretty soon Weeble is going to say that the market's closing at like 3:15 in the afternoon Eastern time. All right. So now the market's closed. Okay. Oh, ring the bell. Ooh. All right, let's see what's going on. Oh, we got Chipotle up ever so slightly. We got SMCI up 0.64%. We got AMD up very slightly, half a percentage point. All right, we'll stare at these a little bit, and then if not, we'll just refresh their earnings pages on their website, and hopefully they pop up. We'll see. Let's see, what are the earnings estimates for here? So Chipotle estimated earnings per share, 23 cents, almost 24 cents. SMCI, if you can actually trust their accounting, has estimated EPS of 38 cents. And AMD has estimated earnings per share of 83 cents. Very exciting. Okay, I'm not seeing any major moves. Anybody else see any major moves on their other apps? Because seems kind of lame in the aftermarket for all three of these companies. Oh, 1% down Chipotle. Nope, now it's back. Oh, 1.5% down. Come on. No, now it's back to it's just jumping everywhere. Let's go see if any of the earnings dropped. All right, we got let's try Chipotle first. Okay, they have leadership transitions. Let me refresh their website. I hate waiting for them to freaking update their earnings. Like, can we not schedule it to drop at 4 p.m.? Okay. You upload it, you schedule it to drop at exactly 4 p.m. I don't know why this is complicated. Adobo chicken, 32 grams. I kind of miss Chipotle a little bit. It's pretty good, but now I just home cook my burritos. All right. Where's the investor relations? Investors. Okay. Says they announced fourth quarter results. I don't see the earnings drop. We'll go to the newsroom. Nope. All right. We will hang out. Let's go check out AMD. Let us refresh AMD, and hopefully they actually drop theirs. Come on. Come on, big boy. All right. Let's refresh this. No. It's 4:03. Where's my earnings? Where are my earnings? Freaking lame. You know what? Honestly, I should just cover these like the next day or like 3 hours after the freaking earnings drop. SEC filings, changes of ownership. Yeah, they haven't updated it yet. Maybe I'll have to check X. All right, so nothing from AMD. Let me refresh Chipotle one more time. If not, we'll check out SMCI. Nope, nothing there. All right, let's do latest financial results for SMCI. Huh? Are we in Q1 right now? Nope, that's November 4th, 2025. Okay, let's refresh this. Come on. No. Let's go see if there's anything moving in the pre or the aftermarket. This is so lame, dude. I'm getting sick of this. The same thing happened with Palantir. Same freaking thing. All right. Well, SMCI and AMD are green in the aftermarket. Let me check X and see if anything has been posted. Such a pain in the butt. All right. We'll start with AMD. The latest on AMD. What is it? Somebody says refreshing every second AMD. Yeah, nobody else seems to be seeing it either. Let's try Chipotle. Chipotle. Okay. Nothing on Chipotle. And then we'll try SMCI. Anything for SMCI? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. How freaking lame. All right, we'll do some member-only comments for a little bit, and then we'll check in about 5 minutes. But I do have to leave at 4:30, so you don't like it, sue me. All right. Jeremy used to make videos dedicated to strongman and saying he will prove him wrong, which he did. Oh, yeah, Jeremy proved me wrong. You see, Gil just falls for scams. He's very susceptible to scams and liars. Small caps looking nice, finally. Ryu. Strongman says Jeremy got bailed out by AI, but yes, Jeremy almost lost, and he ended up proving strong. How did he prove me wrong, Gil? He lost 3 million. Now he's up 3 million. -3 plus 3. What does that equal, Gil? Get out a piece of paper. I want you to write -3 plus 3, and then tell me what that equals. Also tell me why he bought like 4 or 5 companies that went bankrupt. Can you tell me that, Gil? Oh, he proved him wrong. I just say the same nonsense over and over again. I predicted Chipotle up. Jeremy dug himself out of a hole. However, Strongman was not wrong. They can both be true. Oh, yeah. He's like basically break even now during an insane bull market. They are not mutually exclusive. 99% of men would not be able to dig himself out of that hole Jeremy made. The fact that he dug his hole in the first place proves what a freaking clown he is. Strongman called the failure of Tattooed Chef, and Jeremy's not. Oh, I was right about so much for him. And then AI, and everybody's happy again. Jeremy's supporters are clowns and deserve to go broke. Keep fluffing Jeremy. I'm not surprised you missed Chipotle. You were a full-blown addict. I am, but now I make my own burritos. Fluffing, you need comprehension. You need patience, strong man. Well, yeah, you're wearing my patience thin, Alan. Can't stand Chipotle, salted tomatoes, not like they used to be. Yeah, I mean, I make my own burritos. They're pretty good, actually. I'm getting better at wrapping them, too. So Gil isn't fluffing. Oh, Gil fluffs anybody that has a large portfolio. Even if they robbed a bank to get it, he'll fluff them. He's rich. Strongman, would you allow monthly memberships paid in Chipotle gift card? Nope, I want solid cash, baby. Hard cash. Not really. On the fluffing bell curve, it's near the bottom. He's trying his best, Helium. Strong man's hater. Oh, man. I love it. How could you hate me? I'm giving you guys such great strategies to build long-term wealth. I expose scammers and frauds over and over again. I talk about the beauty of index fund investing and tax advantage accounts. I'm a CPA. I can give great tax advice, and I get hate. I don't understand. Strawman, how dare you to forget to acknowledge something History Month? Yeah, it's my favorite month of the year. Every day I get up and pray to MLK. Dividends. People can learn from their mistakes and change. Not sure how Strongman doesn't understand this. Jeremy learned from his mistakes. All that juice made Gil low IQ. Oh no, he fluffs anybody that has a big portfolio. That's how his brain works. Big portfolio, stock go up, genius. Portfolio go down, dumb. Big portfolio, genius. And it's like, are you considering like total returns here? Are you considering why this man is claiming to be a good investor and selling courses and shows no repentance for all his nonsense? Are you not considering that? Do I take creatine? I do not. Did you wish Echoes a happy Black History Month? Absolutely not. I did not. I take it all back. Gil fluffs. I like how you're too scared to say the name of the color. The color. Alan. Yeah, you fluff everything. I bet you got the DEI award at your work, didn't you, you little wagey? You're such a good little wagey. You went to all the DEI conferences and you were actively participating. All right, let me refresh Chipotle, see if it came out. Yeah. Oh, Chipotle's in, baby. Let's do this. Let's do this, baby. Yeah. All right, let me close this. Well, let's see what happened to Chipotle stock. It's down 6.5%. No, my baby. No, my queen. My queen. All right. They launched a recipe for growth to grow transactions. Full year revenue increased 5.4% to $11.9 billion. That's okay. All right. Fourth quarter revenue highlights. Total revenue increased 4.9%. That's okay. Comparable restaurant sales decreased 2.5%. Woo, baby. That ain't too hot. Comparable store sales. Wasn't the whole like back to Chipotle drive to kind of get people spending there again? Maybe it was me. Maybe because I left, I stopped going to Chipotle. Maybe the stock collapsed. Operating margin was 14.1%, decreasing slightly. Restaurant level operating margin was 23.4. Okay, so they have slow revenue growth, a decline in comparable restaurant sales. Margins are contracting a little bit. Diluted EPS is up a little bit, though, 4.2% decrease or increase. And they open 132 new restaurants and 97 locations, including a Chipotle and 7 international partner restaurants. All right, let's see what they say. The increase in total revenue was driven by new restaurant openings and gift card breakage revenue of $27 million. Okay, so they're growing their revenue basically through store sales, through making new stores, which is capital intensive. Okay. Gift card breakage revenue does not impact comparable restaurant sales. These increases were partially offset by a 2.5% decrease in comparable restaurant sales due to lower transactions of 3.2%. Hey, they better start giving me some coupons to get me back in there. Maybe I'll go back. Partially offset by a 0.7% increase in the average check. Digital sales represented 37% of total food and beverage revenue. I did that a couple times, and then one time they just completely lost my order, and I never did it again. Okay, so margin contraction. All revenue growth is driven by new stores. Okay, food, beverage, and packaging costs were 30.2% of revenue, a decrease. Okay, so they slightly cut food, beverage, and packaging cost as a percentage of revenue. All right. It was benefited by lower dairy costs, but for the kids' milks and cost of sales efficiencies. Yeah, what does that mean? You're getting us smaller scoops. These decreases were offset by inflation, primarily of beef and chicken, and the impact of tariffs. Labor costs were 25.5% of total revenue, an increase of 25.2%. This was driven by wage inflation and lower sales volumes. Okay. They significantly cut general and admin expenses by about $31 million compared to last year due to lower stock-based compensation, bonuses, and legal reserves. All right. Net income basically flat year over year, and they bought back some stock. Any guides? What's our outlook? 2026. Full year comparable restaurant sales to be about flat. Wow. Opening 350 to 370 new restaurants, including 10 to 15 international. About 80% of company-owned restaurants will have a Chipotle. All right. So not that hot, people. Really not that hot of earnings from Chipotle. I don't know. My baby might be going through some tough times in this economy. What are you guys going to do? Where's the recipe for growth? Okay. I'm not seeing it, Chipotle. I'm disappointed in you. You're my baby. So Chipotle is down. Oh, it's down. Ooh, almost 9%. SMCI flat and AMD down slightly, basically break even. Let's see if AMD updated their report. AMD. What? Come on. I got 15 minutes. Let's go. We got any financial results here? AMP. Nothing. All right, let's go check out SMCI. All right, let me go over here. All right. No. No, I'm not subscribing to your news, bro. All right, so still nothing from SMCI. AMD, we'll refresh it again. Oh, here it is. Here it is. You ready, people? I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. All right, let's see what the market's doing real quick. All right, down 2-3%. Okay. Wow, what a collapse. It's over for AMD. All right. Fourth quarter revenue was a record $10.3 billion. Gross margin was 54%. Operating income was $1.8 billion. Net income was $1.5 billion. And diluted earnings per share was 92 cents per share. All right. Let's see. I want to see the percentages here. Okay. So revenue was up 34% year over year, up 11% quarter over quarter. Gross profit was up 44% year over year, 17% quarter over quarter. Gross margin increased by 3 percentage points year over year. Operating expenses, however, went up 27%, but that did not offset a massive increase in operating income, up 101%. Operating margin, 17%, solid. And net income up 213%. Woo! So their profit margin on the bottom of the income statement was the net income divided by the revenue is a profit margin of 14.7%. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay, so solid revenue growth, solid profit growth. Operating expenses are up, but revenue grew faster, and profits are up bigly. All right. Do they have a guide? Let's see. Data center segment revenue was $5.4 billion, up 39% year over year. Okay. Client and gaming revenue was $3.9 billion, up 37% year over year. Client business revenue was up 34% year over year, primarily driven by strong demand for leadership AMD Ryzen processors and continued market share gains. Gaming business revenue was $843 million, up 50% year over year. Okay. Let's see. Embedded segment revenue in the quarter was $950 million, up 3% year over year. Okay. Kind of lame for that one. We have any guides here? Recent PR highlights. Strategic partners announced AI and high-performance compute infrastructure powered by AMD. Current outlook. All right. AMD's outlook statements are based on current expectations. For the first quarter of 2026, AMD expects revenue to be approximately $9.8 billion, plus or minus $300 million. Including approximately $100 million of AMD Instinct MI308 sales to China. And I mean, based on this, you never know what Trump's going to do. All right, the midpoint of the revenue range represents year-over-year growth of approximately 32%, still pretty solid, and a sequential decline of approximately 5%. Is that month on or quarter on quarter? Non-GAAP gross margin is expected to be between 55%. All right, so they're guiding for 32% revenue growth next quarter for year over year. Okay. Not too bad. So their non-GAAP gross margin in this quarter was 57%, and they're guiding for 55% next quarter. So a slight decrease in non-GAAP gross margin. How do they arrive at that? Well, they add back stock-based compensation. They add back amortization of acquisition-related intangibles, acquisition-related and other costs, and loss contingency on legal matter. Okay. So those are being allocated to GAAP gross margin, but they're added back to arrive at non-GAAP gross margin. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty solid earnings. Pretty solid guide. I don't know what Wall Street was wanting, but growth still looks pretty good. I don't see like a huge decrease in demand if your freaking revenue is guiding to grow at 32% year over year. Okay. Let's see. A little bit of increase in R&D, some increases in marketing, interest expense, nothing. And they paid a lot more in income tax provisions for this quarter versus last quarter. Okay. Earnings per share from continuing operations, 1. Basic earnings per share, 93 cents. Diluted earnings per share from continuing operations, 99 cents. And for share counts, a slight increase in share count, but nothing crazy. All right, I'm not concerned about their balance sheet. Let's see here. All right, any crazy add backs? They had some gains from long-term investments. That's a subtraction. An add back from deferred income taxes. Let's see. Any crazy fluctuations? So net cash provided by operating activities for the last 3 months was $2.3 billion, almost doubling from last year. Cash flows from operations for the full year, December 7, 2025, more than doubling. Let's see what they're doing with their cash. A little bit of property, plant, and equipment, buying investments, short-term investments. Okay, so mostly just buying short-term investments. And then for financing activities, just a little bit of cash coming in for employee stock options, buybacks for employee stock options, and then a settlement of a contingent consideration liability. So, I mean, very solid cash flow growth, very solid revenue growth. Margins are expanding. Seems pretty solid overall. Let's see. It's down 4%, but not catastrophic. Okay. Chipotle down 8%. Brutal. All right. Last we got SMCI. It's better be freaking updated. No? Are you not going to update for me, SMCI? Are we not doing this? Are we not doing this today? Okay. Nothing. Well, let's do some member only. Screw SMCI. You guys can do it yourselves later. All right, we'll do some final member only comments, and then I got to get out of here. Gil and Alan are raging. They're always raging. They love to come on Strongman's stream and just nag me and nitpick me incessantly. I've never seen more feminine energy from two men in my life. I feel like I have like two wives just clucking in my ears. That's what it's like having Alan and Gil in your comments. Celebratory Chipotle burrito. Nope. I'm eating leftovers today because I'm poor. Recipe for growth is my proctologist office. Food costs at Chipotle for beef. It's going to keep going up. Yeah, that's why I switched to chicken at Chipotle. It saved me about $2 a burrito. I was paying $10.16 a burrito. Recipe for growth by cutting in half burrito and putting more salt in for the same price. I mean, they were still giving me pretty good portions when I was going. What do you have against salt? Makes everything better. More beans and rice, less meat. Well, I was kind of popular at my Chipotle because I went there so much. They always kind of hooked me up. So I had it pretty good at my Chipotle. They're probably missing me right now. They're probably crying. All right. Wow, Walmart hit $1 trillion in value. Good for Walmart. I love Walmart. Let's see. Okay, we're debating why companies put salt in their food. Feminine energy. It's true. It's true. All right, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you for your super chat. That was interesting to check out that company. Like, subscribe. Consider joining as a member to support the channel. Also, consider booking a free, and I mean free, 30-minute tax consultation with me. I am a certified public accountant, and I will gladly do your business and or personal taxes any state in the United States. You can talk to me for free. I give you upfront fixed quotes, and I'll do your taxes like a boss. You can book a free 30-minute consultation in the pinned comment below. The second link in the pinned comment takes you to a link tree where you can see all my different services, my book, Stop Being a Broke Loser, my free Discord, my consulting, my tax season presentation, and sponsored videos. All of that is in the pinned comment. All right, Alan's asking when the begging stream is. Well, I'm meeting Cheeks tonight, so unless she cancels, there's not going to be an e-begging stream. I know. Don't be heartbroken, but Daddy's hungry. Daddy's hungry. I mean, the one where he begs even more, that doesn't help. Oh, you'd be there. You'd be there. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Have a wonderful evening. If you see the e-begging stream, that means my lovely Cheeks canceled on me. If you don't see it, that means that I'm with some Cheeks. Cheers.